for Seconds Out with Wally Downs Jr. from The Sun. Wally, sir, how you doing?
Very well, Ames. How are you?
I'm very good. All the better to speak to you. Wally, I'm just happy to see you, happy to be in your company, happy to be here at Zhang vs. Joyce 2 press conference. Look, in the aftermath of the first fight, were you feeling that the rematch would be called, considering how the fight went?
Yeah, I mean, probably, all these heavyweight fights want a rematch clause at the minute, don't they? Massive gamble for Joe to take, because if he doesn't win, who wants to fight Joe Joyce? Incredibly difficult to beat for most people, apart from Zhili Zhang, by the looks of it. So, yeah, taking this fight, massive risk. He really underperformed, lost a lot of weight, and he looked like he'd never boxed a southpaw before, and he has, a proper Team GB star and Olympian. So big risk, big gamble, a lot to learn and a lot to change in a short space of time. And I think everyone is hopeful that he does it. And I know it's sort of jingoism and wanting another British Englishman to do well, but he's a lovely fella. He's always carried himself really well. So really hopeful that he does it, and it will take some doing, because Zhang will only be more confident. So Zhang will be more confident, and Joe now has an element of doubt in his head. So yeah, big gamble by Joe. Fair play to him. Well done, and good card. Good show.
Good show indeed. Look at Joyce and boxers in a general sense, the artists in the ring. Joyce is an artist outside the ring too. You feel like he's going to have to paint a pretty destructive canvas to get the win against Zhang, considering how well Zhang performed last time around.
Yeah, I think Zhang is heavy-handed, pushing 40. Is he 40, 41? So I think, and again, barring the eye, and I've seen Joe get beat up by Carlos Takam, Christian Hammer for 3, 4, 5 rounds. And you think, God, what's going on here? And he comes through and he wins. So I saw, Joe's team and defenders saying, don't worry, he was going to come through and win. You can't say that when the poor geezer's got one eye. He was in real trouble, but he wasn't buzzed. He made a joke in the ring afterwards about, I did Daniel Dubois' eye, so it's karma. That's not a guy who's buzzed and hurt and can't talk. So, bafflingly, I don't think he was hurt. He was hurt. I don't think he was beat up and buzzed and wobbled. Bizarrely, superhumanly, he was okay, but his eye was seriously damaged. The thing is also, once an eye goes, it goes again. It doesn't, getting your eye bashed up like that doesn't help it for the next show. So,
or the other one goes.
Yeah, again. So, he's going to have to be so much better. He can't, when we interview Joe, being the tabloid hack that I am, I try to make someone laugh or make some sort of witty bullshit comment that vaguely interests them. And I always say to him, you're going to start in round 5 this week? Or, you've got to be punched in the head before you realise the bell's gone. It can't be a joke for this one. He got away with it with Hammer. He got away with it with Takam. He didn't get away with it with Zhang, and he won't be able to get away with it with the second bite of the cherry.
And there's very much a lot to like about this heavyweight fight, but the heavyweight division right now, there's not too much to like about it because there isn't much movement going on. Everyone seems to be waiting for this Saudi day, or apparently there's much mooted fight in between that's happening too, involving the likes of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. But again, there's no movement right now. Let's start with Anthony Joshua. Dillian Whyte is looking like he wants to fight, looking like he's called the bluff of Eddie Hearn here, and doesn't want a rematch clause for a fight that doesn't involve a world title, and wants to take on Deontay Wilder and not be, denied that opportunity if he does beat Anthony Joshua. What do you know about the current situation? Do you feel that fight will get made? Will there be a resolution for those two to have the rematch?
Yeah, I just got off the phone with Dillian's team, funny enough, and they believe they've called his bluff. They don't believe that they want to fight. They believe that Eddie and Matchroom are using his name to keep AJ relevant, and to sort of curry favour with fans who are angry that, the winner of White Franklin was supposed to fight AJ, and it wasn't. That was a mistruth. That was untrue. It didn't happen. So fans felt pissed off, and now they've talked about fighting Dillian. So if they don't fight Dillian and it's Ajit Kabayel, people will be double pissed off. AJ did not sell out the O2. That's crazy, because this is a man who used to blow out Wembley a doddle in a matter of hours. An incredible sell. So from what I understand from Dillian's team, they've said yes to an offer that they feel is really poor, but they'll take it. Probably hasn't got too many options really, but they've said yes. They put in a rematch clause. Today, they've agreed to take out the rematch clause. They asked for the ability to change the date and the venue. From what I understand, again, Dillian's team have gone back and said, no, we're not having that. If you want it at the O2, which is in a school summer holidays, a lot of people are away, it's not a stadium, and if you want it on August 12th, that's what it is. We're taking your offer, but that is the day and the time. They seem, they'll take it, and we'll see. It's not long ago, it's 6-7 weeks. Yeah. AJ's training all the time out in Dallas. Dillian looks like he's training all the time, so I think it will happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Dillian does something similar to what he did around the Fury fight. Not so much not turning up because he knew it would sell, but if he's getting a set fee and he feels it's a bad deal, Dillian AJ is the fight we all wanted because of the bad blood, and Dillian can get into his head and they can go back to 2009 and the amateur game and all that. So, but I would not be surprised if Dillian just didn't bother selling the fight. Let AJ get on with it, and this is your fight. You've called it on. You've paid me crap money, in his opinion. That wouldn't surprise me if it goes that way.
Do you think he's right to do that? This has been a lot more public, this negotiation. I suppose the Tyson Fury one was as well. But in the Tyson Fury instance, he didn't kind of come off in the good end of the public's eye when he didn't turn up to the press conference. But because this is public, because the existence of the rematch clause was now taken out, as you say, do you think the public would kind of get it a bit more this time if Dillian did choose not to engage in the pre-fight activities?
Yeah, listen, I think Dillian has always been no nonsense, pretty straight down the line. I think everything he did around the Fury fight was strange. I mean, which finished with boxing southpaw for God knows how many rounds at the beginning. That will always baffle me. And it will be a shame if he takes that stance and doesn't sell the fight. But if he feels he's getting poor money and it's a set fee, if he's not getting a cut of the pay-per-view, if he's getting a cut of the pay-per-view, then he might do something crazy or turn up and say something. And it will be a shame to not have that because there are really good stories around him too. And as much as the beef is old and the amateur fight goes back, there was a time when Dillian boxed on his undercard in Saudi, sat next to a woman for the whole flight, got on really well with her, had a lovely chat for the 6-hour flight, whatever it is. And then when they got off, he found out it was AJ's mum.
Oh, right.
So there are nice stories that we could tell in the paper, but if Dillian feels that it's bad money and that he hasn't get anything out of it, and he's got 6-7 weeks notice, he has got that right, and fans might be angry about it, but he'll take one interview to explain it, and then he won't care.
Simple short question next is: Tyson Fury got a fight? What do you know about the situation involving Tyson Fury?
Don't know. Simon Jordan's usually very well informed. Gets his information from high up, so if he's been told that Tyson's not boxing, he's probably not boxing.
Oh, sorry, I thought you had
Maybe he wrestled. Yeah, there's big wrestling, but again, the geezer, he's phenomenal. 90,000 at Wembley, 60,000 at Tottenham in December. If you don't pay him mental money, he won't do anything. And that is his right. I'm rubbish. I get paid rubbish money. That's what I deserve. He doesn't, so he can do what he wants.
One thing from me, Wally, look, Conor Benn has come out, he's joined up with a new medical team.
And just slip straight into the most important story. Yeah, let's just throw this in, make this the headline.
Maybe, we'll see. Look, is this the redemption? Is this the exoneration that Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn and that whole team have been seeking? Is this the story, the reason that will see the public accept the positive test that he has had in the past?
Well, let's hope so. There was a huge amount of words, really well written by Matt Lawton as always. The one sentence that was really important was that there is a scientific paper that explains that X amount of people took clomiphene tablets, X amount of people took tainted eggs. One group of people produced byproduct A, the other group of people produced byproduct B. Conor Benn is in the group of people that produced byproduct B, which tells you that he must have taken it via eggs, and I think he's explained that was via a cocktail and pad thai noodle dish. That's all I cared about in seeing that. That's their plan, that's their idea. So if you can read that and believe that, then it should clear him. The other stuff, I've got to be honest, it didn't mean it. It's incredibly powerful how he feels in that, but it's just more noise, and I don't think it helps his situation. I just want the facts, and I hope he gets them out soon.
Cool. Well, we'll leave that there at the top. Thanks for speaking to Seconds.